I love toes. Welcome to Luke and Lewis. Luke Kidgel is back, man. Congratulations on the loss.
What?
Rude. Hey,
What?
man. I'm still going. I'm still COVID-free all 2023.
Congratulations.
Yep, still don't have it. I reckon I'm the only person on the planet who hasn't got it yet.
I give it 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Comedy festival.
I've got the comedy festival coming
Although
up.
no one really has it anymore. So maybe you'll be fine.
Maybe I've just skipped it.
Or do people have it? You know what? You know what happens in my brain? When you don't Google it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because if you don't consume any other media except for the ones of your choosing, then you live in a
not
fantasy land like I do all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm happier than most people.
It's actually true. If you stop looking at stuff, all of a sudden there's no bad things in the world because that's the only
Yeah.
thing that's online.
Yeah.
You know?
Last time I heard, Russia just left Ukraine.
Really?
Because I didn't look at it.
Really? I haven't looked at it for a
Are
couple
they
of
still
days.
there?
That could be
I
true.
forgot to check it out.
Well, no, the reason why COVID's not a big deal anymore is because they're in Ukraine. So they kind of were the vaccine that we all needed.
But it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to be back. It's great to have you back.
Thank you.
And man, we're here. Yeah. I'm finally from Melbourne officially. I'm purely Melbourne now. I moved out of Tassie, and I'm only.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You moved out. You got evicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got evicted.
How's this man making it sound like he had any say in the matter?
Yeah, I was removed from the home.
Yeah.
And
were the mice still there?
Oh, bro.
Having a party?
The mouse problem has... I was thinking that I would come back and it would be better because we just weren't living there. And also, there were
No, they were living there rent-free.
Yeah. So I get there and there's like... There's near the walls, there's like giant piles of like plaster from them like digging their way through the walls next to the fridge.
Do you have to repair that?
No. It's not my... The rats were there before me. They'll be there after me.
You're like, I didn't do it. It was a rat.
It was. It's true.
Was it mice or rats?
I don't know. I'm assuming that it's rats.
You told me it was mice. You were saying forever it was mice.
Maybe it's mice. We kill... Okay, they're mice. Yeah.
Because rats are huge and you'd probably know.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Mice.
But you saw them.
Yeah, we saw them.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
And how many nights did you stay there for?
When I went back,
Yeah.
just 2 nights.
And you're just living there with mice.
Just living there with mice. We were in the detached space where Rosie used to live, and she didn't have any mice. So she was like...
So you just didn't even live in the house. You stayed in the granny flat.
No, stayed in the granny flat. Stayed away from the mice. Yeah, that was good. Got everything there. I arrived to like a letterbox absolutely packed full of get the fuck out letters. It was pretty funny.
Yep.
Just like...
But again, it was your choice to leave.
My choice to leave, absolutely. Yeah. Well, what would you like? I would me to still be paying rent? I've come out the winner here.
No, you haven't.
Save $600 a week.
You haven't saved. You were spending $600 a week for like 4 or 5 months.
And now I'll take that money, I'll put it into Ethereum and become rich.
No one's chalking that up as a win. Like,
that's a huge win.
When you went to Tassie, it was a temporary win. Let's admit that. It was a short-term decision.
Yeah.
That you paid for literally heavily in the long run.
Yes.
Thousands of dollars.
Yes.
But how much? $600 a week.
6 months.
2.4 grand a month.
Yeah.
Times 6.
Yeah.
When you weren't there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Can I have $10?
Huh? No.
Fuck. Fuck. No, look, I'm happy to be out of there. But I was really happy to go back because it was just real nice and peaceful. And as soon as I got back, of course, Greeley gets in touch. You know, I didn't even tell him I was going to Tassie. But as soon as I get there, he goes, "Hey, man, I heard you're in Tassie."
Hey, you told everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't.
It was all over your social media.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Can you stop doing this on social media?
Never.
Okay. You probably won't because I think I've brought this up before.
Yeah.
When you go to places, you make out like you're not going there to get evicted or like you're going there like you were like, "See ya, Melbourne." You're going there for 2 nights.
Yeah.
You just post, "See ya." Like, I'm off, guys.
I think it's funny to make like the casual fans think that I'm moving back to Tassie. I just thought it was funny to do that again. Because the first time I went to Tassie, there was no warning at all.
I don't think even the casual fans, it just confuses people. Like there are people in this Discord like, why is Lewis going back to Tasmania?
Yeah.
And then some people are like, isn't he getting evicted? And then
that's funny. That's funny.
I guess.
I'm inciting rumor and hearsay.
Funny if you know.
Yeah.
It confused me.
Yeah.
I knew what you were going to do, and I was like,
so amusing to me.
I was like, what is he doing?
Just confusing everyone around me. Going, oh, he lives in Tassie again? What's going on?
I thought it was funny.
And yeah, I think that is funny.
Yeah, but I'm not laughing the reason why you're laughing.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because it's like, why is he pretending like this is cool?
I wasn't pretending it's cool. I'm pretending that I'm moving, which I think is amusing.
I don't know. It was a bit of a flex.
You reckon?
It was. I had flex energy to it. Do you reckon it had aromas of flex about
Big
it?
flex energy.
Ooh, I smell a man bragging about interstate travel. I smell like friend slightly bragging about interstate travel. But shouldn't be because you're going on a boat to Tasmania.
I do interstate travel all the time.
It's a bit of mystery flex, I think.
Yeah.
Mystery flex.
I like...
it was like, I'm Lewis Spears. What am I up to?
No, I like the first time I left, I just said bye. And everyone was like, what the fuck? You just moved to Tasmania?
That was funny because that was like during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, it's like you can go anywhere now.
Yeah.
So it was just confusing.
But anyway, I get there and Greeley calls me and he goes, hey man, guess what my cousin did? And I went, here we go. And he goes, so my cousin's like real big anti-vaxxer. I'm like, okay, cool. He goes, now COVID's in Tassie. Everyone's freaking out about it and getting vaccinated, but he's still anti-vax, right? But he's never had a chance to prove that he's right. And he's very competitive. So what he did was his friend got COVID and he didn't want to get the vaccine, but he also wanted to prove that he was right and that COVID was no big deal.
That's awesome.
So he goes over to his friend's house and goes to his friend, spit in my mouth. And then he gets COVID. And then he gets COVID. He got real sick.
Just front row at a Youngblood concert energy.
Yeah.
That's
really,
so gross.
Really good. It's so good that he just doesn't. He won't take the vaccine, but he will get someone to spit in his mouth. Like, don't do either of those things.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if you think that this one thing's dangerous, but this thing isn't, they're both dangerous, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think that says a lot about the intelligence of someone who doesn't think it's real.
Really good stuff.
And then goes...
Spit in my mouth.
Yeah,
to prove the vaccine's dangerous and I shouldn't, put foreign damaging bodies into my body, spit in my mouth.
Well, I
Man
actually...
with illness.
I thought I had COVID last week.
Yeah.
And then I was like positive because the test was.
Yeah.
And then I went on Facebook and I looked at my comment section and it turns out I didn't even have it.
Oh, yeah. I saw that you were actually pretending. And
yeah, I was pretending.
Yeah. I saw
I was
that.
a clown.
Yeah.
With the emoji.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a clown. I'm a cheeky little clown.
Yeah, I love that
And then I was and then he said if I felt sick, it was because I took the vaccine.
Right. How long ago did you take that?
6 months ago.
Yeah, it just starts to kick in after 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I got mine about a month or two after you. So, a month or two after, if I get COVID, that goes right.
Which is probably...
Sorry, if I get COVID.
This podcast is going to get striked for misinformation 100%.
Absolutely.
But what was funny actually is like I felt it work. I'm not joking.
Now you're acting like a clown.
Dude,
yeah. What do you mean you felt it work?
I swear to God, and I know I hate it. I hate listening. There's nothing more I hate than people taking this stance, but it's my stance.
Yeah.
COVID was fucking awesome.
What?
Awesome.
Dude, my week, nothing but net.
Yeah.
I got a week inside. I was really focused because I didn't get that sick. So I was really bad for like 3 hours. I couldn't get out of my fucking bed.
Yeah.
I just was dying. I was sweating.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I don't know, maybe it's the vaccine. Maybe I'm some kind of superhuman. We don't know. But all I know is I just got up and ate dinner.
He just got tired of pretending. He's like, all right, that's enough.
Literally.
Luke was just in bed sitting there going, making himself sweat.
It felt a bit like that. And then I just got out to have dinner and Meg's like, oh, you've made a bit of a resurgence. And then just was fine.
Yeah.
And I coughed for about 3 to 4 days.
You still sound different.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. You sound very
Because
different.
I've been like running. Like I ran like 11K yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've been like...
Do you think he sounds different?
That's the thing. I started working out again when I had the week off.
Yeah.
And it was great because I got like really, Not unfit, really unhealthy. Like I went on tour. We were eating like shit on the tour. It was... You literally, at one point, were like, man, my new thing is energy drinks.
Wow.
Tyler turned into Keelan.
Keelan vibes.
Like after like one day. It was actually the first day.
I was like a less handsome, less confident Keelan.
This was a great story, right? So we're going to Wagga the first day. We stop in Albury, which is about an hour and a half south, right? And we're stopping there. We have lunch. Tyler goes, man, my new thing is energy drinks. I start berating him in the street. I go, what the fuck? You're a child. Yeah. We get to the show later on that night. Yeah. These girls come to the show and go, man, we heard you trashing your friend about energy drinks today in Albury. Yeah. And that's why we got reminded about your show. So we thought we'd drive an hour and a half and come along.
Oh, good on Tyler.
I sold 2 tickets just for trashing him in the street.
Oh, did you sell 2 tickets to Trash Me in the Street, or did I sell 2 tickets for you
That's
by
true.
sharing my new love?
I would say that a real hallmark of our show is bullying other people for what they eat. And that's a big reason why we sell tickets.
Yeah. That's pretty funny, though, that she, like, heard me just trashing my mate and was like, he's pretty funny. I'm going to pay for that tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The recorders stopped on the thing.
Epic. Right. Limited space remaining. We'll be going without a backup.
Ooh, exciting times. But, yeah, last week was a movie, man.
A movie?
I hit a...
Bro, don't ever say that.
Dude, if you were like, how was COVID? I'd be like, it was a movie.
Man,
COVID was a movie.
That's what fucking rappers from LA said 5 years ago and then never stopped saying it.
Yeah.
And now every frat boy in America goes, bro, last week was a movie, man.
And that's why it wasn't like a A-grade Hollywood movie. We're talking like an Australian film on Stan.
Boss Baby or something.
Yeah. Hit the milli on
Boss Baby TV series.
Yeah, okay. It was a shortly lived sitcom.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hit the milli on the talk.
Yeah.
Right, boom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
$1 million.
Copped a share from Justin Bieber on his story.
That's big.
This all happened within like 24 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I swear something else happened.
Justin Bieber shared "You Don't Own Me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not my version of it.
Love that you like didn't mention what he shared.
Because that's not important.
Not important. Yeah.
Not important. All right. I should have posted, see ya, going to Hollywood.
Man, what a boomer Justin Bieber is for just seeing that video.
Dude,
now.
That's what I thought. I was like, man, he's busy, huh? Like the rest of the world saw that in 2018 and he was like, oh man, this guy ignoring signs? Crazy. It wasn't even my version of the video. It was a repost.
I think maybe a year.
I got nothing out of it.
Maybe a year from now, he'll post the police are planning a party, the Ping a Pete video.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, this relates to me. And I swear something else could happen, but I forget. But God, man, it was great.
I came back from Tassie.
Yeah, that was awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Other than the cancelling the Luke Lewis and Friends show, that was a bummer.
That's on the 23rd, by the way.
It's this Wednesday.
Week. This Wednesday.
Tomorrow
get your
night,
tickets.
if you're listening.
LukeandLewis.shop.
Tuesday.
Get them.
Yeah, there's like 40 tickets left, I think.
Ruben Solo's performing. It's going to be sweet.
So is Dilrook, past guest of the show.
Is he? Awesome. That's great.
Good to know you know what's going on.
I'm all across it. I'm all over it. I'll be there. I'll be in attendance.
That's what Lewis can promise in our business.
I'll be in attendance.
Is heavy participation.
Absolutely. I will be there.
He's like, I will be there. I mean, I might not be there mentally, but I'll be physically present.
I'll say this. Okay, whatever. You organized one guy, all right? Yeah. I tried to organize...
And Ruben.
And Mike and Ruben.
The whole lineup.
Okay.
And Khaled.
How many is that? 4 people?
Khaled's secret.
Okay, he's secret. Okay, all right. Cool. So 3 people and he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Khaled's weird. I was like, do you want to do this thing? He was like, yeah, but don't put me on the poster. I was like, okay.
Do you know what that means? That means I might come.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that sounds fun. That's what that means. Well, I tried to organize 4 people. They're all busy. So we did equal amount of works, different amount of payoff.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, had a fine week. It was good.
I live with mice.
You lived with mice?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Is I went and I lived with mice and listened to stories about cousins spitting in mouths. Real Tasmanian experience there.
Yeah. I did get really bored, actually.
Yeah.
It was like so bored.
Sounds like my ideal where you have just the best excuse to say no to everything.
I started exercising again.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bored I got. I got on top of my personal issues. Like, ugh.
Boring.
Do you know how, like, low you have to stoop mentally? Like, being, like, so lit, like, the lack of mental stimulation I need to get to, like, eat a salad is crazy.
That's...
Like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
like, I just want to feel something. I want to be able to shit.
Well, another thing I did this week, right? Now, this is a real exciting moment of this episode, guys, for us, where the story that me and Keelan are going to tell is either going to make it to this episode, it'd be real funny, or it's going to be way too fucked and we'll have to put it in the Patreon episode, or it's going to be even more fucked than that and we'll just have to delete it. So one of three
it might
options.
just never leave this room.
We'll let you know where it's going to go. Either you're about to hear the story, or we're about to do a jump cut to us going, actually, that'll be on Patreon, or we'll jump cut to, actually, that will never be repeated ever again anywhere.
What did Keelan do?
So me and Keelan, we wanted to shoot a guide to Frankston video to promote my shows. So we were going to different places in Frankston, like just walking around with a microphone.
Don't you work for Luke and Lewis?
Yeah. But I worked like 20 hours overtime last week. I think it's fine.
Right. Okay. I was just like, why aren't you doing your job?
He's doing heaps.
Yeah.
So anyway, we go to this place, and because we're in Frankston, obviously, we find 3 giant 2-liter bottles of piss. Now, here's the moment where we decide where this is going to go. and it's old piss. Like, it's like brown.
Is it dehydrated?
Definitely dehydrated, like Monster Energy piss.
Okay.
You know? Like Tyler after a regional tour piss.
That's exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, right?
That sucks.
And for some reason, there's 3 bottles, and it's definitely piss. So...
So it's not iced tea.
No, it's not iced tea. So we walk past it, and I go, that's pretty funny. And I do a thing for the video. I'm like, oh, look, we found bottles of piss, blah, blah, whatever. We walk past, and then we go and we film, we do some other stuff. Real funny. It's going to be great. We come back to the car, and we pass the bottles of piss again. And Keelan just loses control. He just snaps. And he starts running towards the bottle of piss, going to pick it up. And I go, no, don't touch it. No, what are you doing? By the way, we're not filming. and I go, no, what are you doing? Don't. And he picks it up. And then he picks it up and then he just flings it. Doesn't look where he's throwing it. He just picks it up and flings it backwards over his head. And I go, what are you doing? And I watch it arc over. And then I see a woman in the path of the giant bottle of piss, and then it hits, and as it's traveling, because he's thrown it so high and so far, Keelan has the time to apologize 6 times before the bottle of piss hits the ground. He goes, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. And the woman's like, what's going on? And then it hits and it explodes, and it definitely catches her on the feet for sure. And
Oh my god.
and then we walked away.
That is so disgusting.
Keelan.
And then Keelan goes,
Step further.
if she left home like 30 seconds early, she'd be drenched.
Oh
And then I go, what the fuck did you do? And he goes, why didn't you stop me? I said stop 6 times.
my god.
What? No, what's really fucked up about this is before the show, you were like, oh, we got this, like, Keelan did something a bit fucked. But I know we should talk about it. And then Keelan goes, I think it's fine because it was a complete accident. That's not an accident.
It's not fine.
You run. No. Did you accidentally run towards the piss and go, whoop, and
Yeah.
slipped?
Hitting the woman was an accident, I suppose.
Throwing it towards the woman was an accident.
But throwing it was intentional.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought it was going to explode, and because I have a male brain, I was going to go, that was good.
Either way, it's so gross that you touched it.
Also, really funny if it had hit a car. How funny would that have been?
By the way, it's like 2 p.m., middle of the day.
Keelan?
No, you guys both were so confident it was piss, right?
It was absolutely piss.
You didn't just throw apple juice or iced tea or something?
Man, it was absolutely piss.
Why? Where? Why would you keep bottles?
Because
of
it was in like a building site.
Yeah.
That's why, and there was no toilet in the building site.
For me, you describe your beautiful, colourful description of the piss bottle made me gag. Like I was gagging. I was laughing and gagging.
Yeah, I wouldn't even approach it.
My instinct would be to get as far away as possible.
Yeah.
Keelan's animal brain activates and he's like, gotta get my hands all over the piss bottle.
Dude, you know what you remind me of? I remember when we...
No! Oh my God!
Oh, can you show me the... Oh, that's piss.
That is straight up
That's like dehydrated Mountain Dew piss.
Days old, been in the sun.
Is if you've been taking creatine every single day for a week and not drinking enough water. That's what it looks like.
That shit looks like the fucking Estus flasks in Dark Souls and shit. That's gross, man.
This is what...
Great reference, you wouldn't get it.
No, I don't. Yeah. But this is what this reminds me of, right? And this is the only way I can describe what I think your brain goes through sometimes is one time in year 11, we went to a prison for legal studies and we spoke to a murderer, right? And this guy was just in denial. Like he was in there, he was guilty. He'd been proven guilty. Like there was heaps of evidence stacked against him. We Googled it afterwards. And he was just like, oh, I don't remember what happened. I blacked out and I went into this white rage and he killed his wife, right? Horrible.
Yeah.
And he described the way
the woman didn't survive. Did I say that?
No. No, but the way he described it, he's like, the blood went to my head, I blacked out, and then I came to, and the deed had been done, and blah, 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 and it was the worst mistake of my life, etc. When Lewis describes you just running towards a bowl of piss and throwing it, and then going, what the fuck have I done? That you have the same, like, animal instincts. It's insane. What went through your brain other than I'm going to make Lewis laugh, or is that the only thing that went?
Oh, I was just trying to get a laugh out of myself and a laugh out of Lewis.
I don't think he knew I was there. This is what everyone close your eyes. This is what the woman heard, all right? She heard this, okay? No, don't touch it. Don't pick it up. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were there. Splash. Oh, why didn't you stop me?
I think the words were, how did you let me do this?
Oh, and imagine the smell. Imagine what she smelled then. She would have heard, no, stop, heard the splash and just got a whiff of fucking...
I actually think it's like what you deserve choosing to live there.
So much trouble over here.
Of course.
It's like literally an assault charge.
I'm so thankful.
But imagine like that in court. That's worse than assault because it's like putting like bodily fluids on someone as well. You can get really sick.
It's so, during COVID, so fucked.
I don't think it has anything to do with COVID.
I think bioterrorism during COVID is pretty hardcore.
My car was parked really close, so I would have just run to my car and left Lewis, I think.
A piss and run. Hit with piss and run.
Well,
Okay.
I think
time to cast your votes.
I think we keep it in.
I think
That's good. I mean, look, I don't think... Wait, what did you say? What is shocking is it's not even probably as bad... Or who knows? Because it was really negative. Like I saw how it was really negatively received when you stole the microphone. Like people like didn't even find that one funny.
I thought
have
the
no idea.
microphone one was funny. The crowd is wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you guys have a really fucking gross sense of humor. I mean,
Facts.
Exhibit A.
I didn't like this one at all.
No, see this one.
Even if the woman wasn't there, I wouldn't have liked it.
No, I didn't like it, but this is at least, I think we can all admit, better content for the show other than just blatant theft.
Yeah.
You have to admit, it is pretty funny when you do something and Lewis goes, oh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be fucking wild for me to go, I don't know.
Do we have like a Keelan redemption story where we can get a positive story out of Keelan?
Yeah, do you have you done anything good lately?
Oh, by the way, I don't know how you even managed to touch it because keep in mind, I think like earlier in the week, I was doing a video where I had to eat something gross for a video and Keelan almost spewed because afterwards I had a Yakult and he reckoned it looked like cum. So I don't know how you're like spewing at the idea of someone else drinking Yakult, but you'll touch full hand a bottle of piss.
That is going to be the most weirdly homophobic shit. You just like saw a guy drinking something white and you were like, oh, he's drinking cum.
I want to say what he ate, but what he did eat was pretty fucking disgusting, and that was just...
Oh yeah, I was eating raw mincemeat.
Yeah, that's gross.
Oh, ew.
You know what was crazy? It was real nice.
Oh.
I was shocked. I thought I was like, all right, I'm gonna vomit, but it'll be fine because it's for a video.
We're literally just friends with animals.
I
feel like I'm back at the Dubbo Zoo.
I had a tiny little mouthful of uncooked kangaroo mince and was shocked at how nice it was. So I had another big bite and then I downed an entire raw egg, and everyone around me was spewing, and that just made me feel powerful.
You two are fucking
You
And then I felt absolutely fine all day.
That's fucked up.
Can I just say one last thing to wrap this up? My friend recently became a prep teacher, and he and I were talking about like what happens in 20 years if like I don't have a job. What if I became a teacher? And I was like, every single episode of the show and anything related to me online would have to be wiped. There's too many fuck.
But it's out there now. Like it doesn't matter, because even if we wipe our versions, some of it will still be out there.
Hey, loyal listeners, clip that.
Make sure Keelan can never leave this show. You can never quit.
Yeah, I can't. And
You couldn't even go to like the fucking ABC and be like, oh, I would love to run your social media. You know, they'd be like, hey man, you're the most skilled person in the country. No.
You couldn't work for any honourable profession either. Like if you wanted to be a paid firefighter, they'd be like, no way.
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, isn't it?
It's really lit. Nobby. Guys, this episode is sponsored by Nobby Underwear, an Australian business with sustainable packaging that create really good, comfortable underwear in funky, cool designs.
What's funny about that, Lewis?
There's nothing funny about that at all. It's underwear that I wear all the time, and it's really comfy. Look at him, donuts.
$20 subscription underwear to your door.
I don't want to pay $20.
Bother leaving the house.
I don't want to pay $20, especially not on my first order. What can I do?
You can use our code SOUNDOFF to get $5 off your first pair. Fine, you can do that.
Wow,
and
that's
anyone else
awesome.
can do that as well if you want to save some cash and
Hang on, is this
kickstart a great relationship. That's what it is.
It really is. I look forward to receiving them in my letterbox every day, every month. But every day I look forward to receiving them once a month. Now, are they just for men, or like what's going on with that? Are they just for blokes?
There's female ones too.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
That's awesome. So there's bras you can get a holder for your boulder, and you can use code SOUNDOFF for $5 off your first order. Yep. That's incredible. Your first pair.
Get a package for a package, you get a box for your box. All right, nobby.com.au. Use our code SOUNDOFF to get $5 off your first pair. This episode
is sponsored by manscaped.com. Use code SOUNDOFF for 20% off. And is it the URL? Fuck.
This episode
is sponsored by manscaped.com/soundoff. Use that URL for 20% off and free shipping all your personal grooming products, something that Luke and I use every day. We share a razor.
That's not true. But if you want your own, go to the custom link, manscaped.com/soundoff, and you can get 20% off and free shipping. So that's good for you. And
thanks to Manscaped for supporting what we do. Support the brands that keep the show running. We appreciate it. Get your ball bag trimmer. It's something really good.
The Lawnmower 4.0. They've evolved.
The Darth Vader of ball bag trimmers.
Stop calling it ball bag.
Manscaped.com/soundoff.
It means yours is saggier
Testicle.
than mine.
No, you can have
ball bag.
You can have.
Mine's
What's what they want you to call it.
Yeah, but my one's like, it's like a little
ball pouch.
Yeah, it's like a little pouch. I don't know. Bag stinks of saggy. Guys, that's the end of the ad. We wanted to bring back Do You Know today.
Yep.
It feels like a weird segue, but I just think we need to move away from Keelan vandalizing and I quote, bioterrorism that just occurred.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right.
People wonder why, like, I swear to God, whenever you go like, nah, Frankston's an up-and-coming area, you just completely contradict yourself because you literally are part of the problem.
I said don't! I'm trying to improve the suburb. I was an innocent bystander caught in the cross piss.
Sometimes I'm like self-conscious that I live in Doreen. But then you guys tell a story on a Monday and I'm like, nah, Doreen's a swamp, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're never gonna see like at 2 p.m. on an afternoon stroll a bottle of piss soaring through the air.
Yeah.
thrown by someone who didn't do the piss.
Where I threw the piss was like a strip of where there's a hospital, and across the street where we were is just like a bunch of health clinics, like for deaf people or disabled people, whatever it is. So she was probably like just some specialist walking out of her job.
Yeah. Or even worse,
Or
a
a client.
patient going in. All right. So, Do You Know has been on hiatus for quite some time now. For new listeners, you may not even be familiar with the segment, but it's our favorite segment on the show. But we just cool. We what did we do? I think it was like an intentional cooling off period because we weren't happy with some of the submissions that we were getting on a regular basis in the emails.
Yes. Do you know? We thought it was a very simple idea. Name. What rhyme with name construct sentence?
That's what it was.
Pretty
it was
good.
people actually. We didn't even care if they're not funny. That's actually fine because it's not even really. I guess it's a joke format.
Funny is a bonus, but if it's really good,
it's the fact that people didn't understand the definition of a rhyme.
yeah. Despite the fact that every time Luke and I have done it, every single time it's been the same, and even when one of us have broken the rules, we'll say no.
No, there was
good.
a couple times actually where we got called out as well in the comments. Like, well, that didn't technically rhyme, boys. You know, throwing stones from a glass house type thing.
Yeah.
Because we often throw out shade and then completely contradict ourselves because we're hypocrites as well.
We've never done that ever.
No, you're right.
Yeah. No, but that's something that we frequently do.
I got a email this morning. Do you know Albert Einstein? And I listened to it, and I emailed him back. I said, "Hey, I'm really struggling to understand the punchline of the joke. Can you please explain it?" It made no sense.
That's good.
So make sure if you're sending them, they make sense, and you also write out word for word what you say.
Sometimes people tell.
Yeah, we want audio messages, but write them down to make Keelan's life
Sometimes
better.
people tell me them after the shows, and sometimes I have to be like, "Oh, that doesn't."
Yeah.
And then they go,
you should seize that opportunity and go, what do you think you're trying to do here?
yeah, but then
What do you think was going to happen?
But it's like often pre-photo, so then I still have to like go, oh yeah, we'll still get a photo though.
What you
It
do,
just bums out because I can tell they've thought about the whole line. They've finally got up to me and they've got it locked and loaded. They say it, they see my face, and I'm sorry, but I struggle to hide it. It really irks me when people do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, do you know thing? And I'm like, yeah, man, absolutely. And I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
And then they just say something that doesn't even rhyme. And I'm like,
that's the problem is I always get excited in the line. When they go, oh, do
some
you know
are
this
great,
person?
by the way.
Yeah.
You get some crackers.
Most of them are good.
What I do also bothers me is I hear an absolute cracker after my show. And I go, mate, please email that in. They go,
they
I
never
can't
do.
be bothered.
They never do. The best ones I've ever heard have been face-to-face, and I go, please email that in. I've just started stealing them.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't email me next week, I'm stealing it.
Okay.
And it's mine.
Yeah.
Here's one I have not stolen.
Are we playing the
I'll do the intro, but mine will not fit in the intro. Do you have one that'll fit in
No,
the
mine
intro?
won't fit in the intro either.
Okay.
God, we're going to have to come up with a one on the fly. This is going to be bad.
Say it.
Yeah,
Say a name.
you say
Easy
a name.
name. Robin Williams. Hey, guys.
Williams is a hard rhyme.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Do you know Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Tell me more.
Comedian.
If he was a gay guy who loved giving blowjobs, would he say, I'm slobbing Willie's yum?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. Thought of that. And then went, no, it doesn't rhyme. And we just berated people about that. Because I was like, slobbing
under pressure.
Willie. Yeah. And I was like, nah.
Robin Williams slobbing Willie's
Yeah.
yum?
And then I was going to change it to gobbin.
Slobbing
like
Willie
sucking
yum?
dick,
Willie's
but-
yum? It's Justin.
Justin. Yeah.
And I was under pressure. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
for-
off the fly, I reckon more points as well.
Yeah.
For sure. That was great. Yeah, that
We've been
was
doing the
slobbing.
game for a long time.
Yeah, that was
Slobbing Willie's yum.
that was better than the one I thought about.
Yeah.
I
don't look.
You don't seem confident in your actual one.
No. And it took me ages to think
But
of.
you can just rest it now because you've come out with that.
Oh, okay.
What's up to you? Do you want to say
Should
it?
I destroy my legacy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to ruin this. Okay.
But guys, remember him at Slobbin' Willie's Yum.
you know, you you either die a hero or you live long enough to do a shit one.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke, do you know Sydney Sweeney?
Yes, from Euphoria.
Yep.
She's very
God
attractive.
Well, if I got into a food fight with her and I threw a traditional pancake topping on her and it upset her, would I make her even angrier by going, "What are you going to do? Hit me creamy?"
Oh my God.
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Remember when
Do you know Robin Williams?
Remember when you said, yeah, I know Robin Williams. Why?
If it doesn't, don't worry about it.
No, go on. Like, you know what, man? I'll take any punchline, like, especially if it's about dick sucking.
Well, if he was a gay guy who loved sucking dick, would he say slobbing Willie's yum?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
good.
You could have gone with cum as well.
Yeah, some slobbing Willie's cum.
All right, we're gonna play a listener one. First listener one in about 6 months. I'm excited. Alex?
Hey boys, do you know Willem Dafoe?
Not Alex?
That's my bad.
Who's this? I don't know. Okay,
This
some
is
guy
from Anonymous.
Yeah. Well, the hacker.
Hey boys,
Hey mate.
do you know Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Well,
Spider-Man.
if he was a serial killer who preyed on prostitutes and was currently freezing one of his victims, would he be chillin' the hoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon he would. Chillin' the hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe, chillin' the hoe. That's good. I like that one.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's good.
You set the bar too high. It's
really
Slobbing
set the
Willie's
bar
yum.
high. Yeah, no, that's good.
That's all right.
good.
I'll lower it again before the next one.
Yep. Okay.
Boys, do you know?
Fuck! I shouldn't have done Sydney Sweeney. I'm so upset. I've ruined my legacy.
I don't. And I got bricked up for no reason as well.
Just thinking of her.
Do you know Jordan Shanks?
Yep. Friendly Geordie.
Past guest of the show.
Yep. Loves a wig and screaming.
Yep. If he was the police commissioner of Gotham, whose relationship with Batman was founded upon their mutual love for Soldier Boy, would he be Gordon Cranks? That's pretty good.
That's good. That's good. Commissioner
Thank you.
Gordon and Soldier Boy reference combined. That's very good.
Yeah.
I like that. Very
Right,
good.
this one's from Alex.
Hey boys, this is Alex.
Hey mate.
Do you know Luke Kidgell's 2017 comedy show You Don't Own Me?
Yep.
Yeah, great. Well, if it was a member of the uncle-nephew pop duo LMFAO and it wasn't obliging to let you borrow money from them, would it be called Foo Won't Loan Me?
Haven't we heard that on the show before?
Yeah, we have, but that was the episode that corrupted. And then,
Yeah,
and
right.
then you said to me, play it again in a few months, I'll forget about it.
Yeah. You never forget bangers. You know what? And I
you know
feel
what's
bad for
crazy?
Alex because that crushed the first time.
I forgot about
That was the funniest thing we ever did.
Yeah, that was
Who
really
won't loan
funny the first
it.
time.
Yeah.
And as soon as he was setting it up, and I was like, pretty sure I've heard this. Bummer. Well, you know what? Maybe this segment's just run its course.
No, that was good. It was good. Robin Williams smash.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't think about him too
Maybe
much.
it should just be my segment. Yeah, maybe it.
All right, Sydney Sweeney. Well, hit me creamy. That doesn't even rhyme.
Sydney Sweeney.
You're
hit
the
me
only
creamy.
one going, it doesn't rhyme, and then all the ones you think of
Hey
are
man,
like,
I was on Rhyme Zone for that. So don't blame me.
you're on near rhymes.
Yeah, I was on
Creamy,
near rhymes.
Sweeney,
Yeah.
I kind of. Sydney,
well,
hit
yeah.
me and Sydney. Don't
Robin
rhyme.
slobbing. It is better.
That's all right. Well, you know what? Email us in. If we get ones we think have potential,
Yeah.
we'll keep trying to revive this
And
segment.
maybe we just need to exclusively do like high pressure, fast turnaround. Do you knows?
Yeah. And then as well, I ran the setup by Keelan and Tyler as well. So you're the only one who hadn't heard Gordon Cranks. I
like that.
I reckon Gordon Cranks would have got more in the
Yeah.
room if I hadn't run the joke by them 30 minutes ago.
Also, if you hadn't run the joke by us, no one would have understood it.
Yeah, I fucked up the setup earlier.
Okay.
On the last episode, I wasn't there. Thanks for filling in, by the way, Keelan. Much appreciated. Good to have the week off.
Do you know what was so interesting about the reception to Keelan's episode was just how many comments there were like going, "Wow, Keelan's funny now," which is great, but it must mean that for like
for about
200
2
episodes he
years.
just wasn't.
Yeah, that's how I took it as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
I haven't actually checked the episode
That's
out.
okay. 200 episodes to go. And then you'll be average.
I'm sure it was great. I just trust that you guys did a good job and didn't even feel the need to give it a listen.
Yeah, oh,
But I have that
great.
much faith in you
Yeah,
guys.
so all that time that you had being sick, you didn't think,
I was crushing it on the TikTok.
Yeah, okay,
and stuff.
Yeah.
An interesting episode, not very funny though.
yeah.
Well, I was going to say, you called me and then you didn't really sell it. You were like, yeah, it was a 7. I was like, well, do I have to go back and hear that?
I thought it was a good episode.
We called Ruben. You know, I've been calling Ruben on record so many times now that I actually called him on the weekend just to have a chat.
And
he answered the phone like, hello? And I had to go, relax, man. I'm not recording. He goes,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And then halfway through the call, he goes, are you recording this?
it really shows
And
how...
here's that audio.
It really shows how, like, as we said on the Patreon podcast, when we called him to see if you guys have natural chemistry,
Yeah.
shows that perhaps you don't have too much natural chemistry.
No.
If he's doubting, like,
Yeah.
that's how much of a, like, I guess it is to be, that's how weird it is to be friends with Lewis, is everyone in his circles like, is this content? Why
Is this a trap?
Does Lewis just want to talk to me? Yeah.
Thursday night, and I was busy, and he texted me and goes, hey, mate, give me a call tomorrow. And I went, this is either a gag or someone's dead.
And then he called me at night. He called me really late at night, which I think was a power play. Like, surely there's no way Lewis is recording it like midnight.
Correct. And I was so nervous, and it wasn't until like 3 minutes into the conversation when I was like, oh no, he's not calling.
Maybe you should, like,
No.
just call people more.
What?
See how
I
they
text
going.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. We were trying to contact you about the show yesterday, and then you said this morning my phone was locked away. You just put it. What did you mean you locked
Put
it
it
away?
somewhere else. I'm like, it's Sunday. I'm going to put it over there and
We're
just not
supposed to
even look at
upload
it.
like our main channel video, and we all agreed on Sunday.
I confirmed with you on Friday because I knew this was going to happen. I said to you on Friday 5 times.
Right.
Sunday good for a Zoom call? Yeah. Sunday good for a Zoom
Oh,
call?
did we?
Yeah.
Are you good to do a Zoom call on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We waited for like 6 hours during the day for you to join.
Pranked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ruben and I went to the Wiggles concert.
Oh yeah, how was?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was actually full on devastated. I missed out
Yeah.
on that because that looked incredible.
It looked so fucking good. I saw video of it on TikTok from like people from way back
The one of
filming
all
the
the
whole
people.
crowd, everyone doing the dance. I was so upset.
Yeah.
We got the best seats in the house.
Second best.
What do you mean?
Well, were you right at the front?
The 2 front rows were full of disabled people. And then there was our...
That's the 2 front rows were for people that would love to go to a regular Wiggles concert, but maybe wouldn't be let in. And Keelan
That felt
is right next to him.
cheap.
Because they're adults.
Yeah.
They can't go to kids' concerts.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that they get to go to the adult ones.
Sure. Or they just like it ironically and nostalgically like everyone else.
I'm sure.
They might just be massive Tame Impala fans.
Had their show ruined for them.
Why?
Because I was screaming so obnoxiously the entire time.
Reese actually said you were really difficult to hang out with after the show.
Because he was so excited.
Yeah, he goes, I thought we were going to get in heaps of fights. You were walking past people, walking out going, like just... Yeah, and he goes, him and Whitey were being so loud and obnoxious, we almost got punched like 3 times and they didn't realize.
Hey, man, it could be worse. He could be throwing piss.
Like, the fact that you made him feel like scared to be around you is becoming like a really like constant pattern and theme when you drink. Yeah.
It was really fun. I was also going up to people and going, you want to hear something about Emma Wiggle?
Come on, that's so fun. He goes, oh, man. He comes in wearing a Wiggles hoodie. And I go, where'd you get that? He goes, oh, I left at the song that I like least because I looked up their set list. And then I got it, so I got to skip the line. I'm like, oh, there wasn't really on it. He goes, oh, kinda. But then as I was walking away, I said really loudly, oh, they're sold out of everything. And then people were like, really? And I went, yeah. And then the line disappeared. And they had heaps of shit. You're like, oh, this will make me sound better.
Your mic hasn't been on the whole app.
Oh, yeah!
Yes! Usually we realize this off camera, but
That's awesome.
this is how we react usually after the episode.
Let's go!
We did a sound test.
Do we have camera audio?
Yeah, but we did a sound test.
When you talked then, I was like, oh, Keelan's soundbar's not coming up.
Did you not look at the sound test?
No.
We listened to it.
No, you didn't. You just go, oh, we're sound testing, and then you never even stopped it. It's still going. That's still in the recording.
No, we listened to it. We'll go back. There won't be a
I
sound
made
test in
Luke
there.
check his.
Yeah, I checked mine.
Wait, so whose mic was on? Lewis's or ours?
This is what happens when Lewis and I are in charge of the audio,
Yeah.
which we shouldn't be. Isn't it crazy
Yeah.
that he's still the most responsible person on this show?
That is so
That's
nuts.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I think
Good thing
we'll
we
be
can
able to
cut
hear you guys
me
on the,
repeating the story out.
No, I reckon we'll be able to
Use the
just
camera
use the
audio.
camera audio for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
How crazy would it have been, though, to get into a fight at a Wiggles concert?
Well, apparently,
because
almost
every
happened.
time you tell that story, right? Like whoever it would be that would just absolutely beat the shit out of Keelan, right? Presuming he's losing, he would have to go. Oh man, I got to do this crazy fight after a Wiggles concert. No, it was like an adult Wiggles concert.
yeah.
Because you have to say that because other people are like, wow, this dude like beat the shit out of like some kids or a dad or a mum. What's going on?
Also, like it at a matinee as well.
Yeah,
It's like at midday.
during the day.
Ruben actually made us late, like really late to the show. I told him, I was like, meet us at the corner hotel at 8.
Yeah.
And he gets there at 8:30. We all decide we're going to like start walking over, and he goes, I haven't eaten. And we walk all the way out, is it, I think, Bridge Street or whatever street it is.
Looking for somewhere cheap.
Looking for somewhere to eat. And then he got Lord of the Fries. And we walked in as the show started.
Great.
Do you have opening acts if you're the Wiggles?
Yes. They had the guy from the Justice Crew opening.
Did they do the chat song? No. Oh, good.
They didn't do pub feed.
They did Que Sera by the Justice Crew.
As if, man.
During the Wiggles concert or the opening act?
During the Wiggles concert.
I'm really happy they didn't do pub feed, purely because that means I didn't miss the Wiggles doing pub feed.
Yeah. Why didn't they do that? That would have been
should've.
awesome.
Because
All I want and all I need. The way they do it is just a vibe. Man.
It's sick.
they didn't do Wiggly Party. Did I tell you this?
Yeah, is that a hit?
No,
I think that's an
it's-
album track and you're into it.
Yes, that's what it is. I'm the only one into it because they come out, they go, oh, we're going to do one more song.
Wiggly party.
And
I'm shitting
Greg
and
says,
I'm
you have a choice between Wiggly Party or Rompompa Stomp.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I know Wiggly Party. I don't know the other one.
What's
and then-
Rompompa Stomp?
Rompompa Stomp. Rompompa Stomp.
Man.
That's like all their songs.
Yeah, you could say any. Well, what's cucumber? Cucumber. Cucumber.
And anyway, then I think Anthony turns to Greg and says, we don't know the words to Wiggly Party.
Wow.
Why do you not know? There's 6 words to every one of their songs.
Can you imagine the dream
I'm
scenario
shitting
it would
and
be for
I'm
Keelan
farting.
if Anthony Turner went, we don't remember the words to Wiggly Party. Does anyone in the crowd?
We were screaming it pretty loud and obnoxiously. Reese was joining in, going, Wiggly Party, Wiggly Party. And then Murray turns to us and says, sorry, we've forgotten the words. He said that to me directly.
Right. Wow.
You know,
Keelan's life has been
you'd
made.
like this. I've never told you this, but my mate was just drinking at a pub in Footscray once on like a Tuesday night, and and Murray was just playing guitar in the corner to like 3 people.
That's cool.
I've been at
That's
I've been at
sick.
Cherry Bar where Murray's blues band's just vibing on stage.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Cherry
Was it
bar.
me telling the story?
No, it was Stefan. It was Stefan.
That's very cool.
That's random.
Yeah, that is random.
I like that's like when you have like the perfect amount of money and fame where you could do whatever the fuck you want and you're not really like no one's mobbing a Wiggle,
No.
you know?
It was just like, he was like, it was more confusing. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like, is that Murray from
If
the
anything,
Wiggles?
parents might look at him and go, "Oh, I'm sick of hearing you every fucking morning for 6 years. I'm over it. Play your blues. Don't talk to me."
One thing this is what I forgot to bring up. Great episode. We'll wrap it up soon. Great episode you guys did last week. Word on the street is a little birdie, the rumor mill. It was the Discord. Told me that there was, and this is what I'm hearing. So I didn't listen to the app, but you
There's always been a lot of like rumor in the Patreon Discord.
got
and
on your
you can't
hands
trust it.
and knees during the episode
No,
and started
that was
to
after.
come crawling
I didn't come.
back
What do you mean?
regarding the fog bit.
No, No.
You can't find
No.
a suitable replacement
Look.
because you can't replace magic.
I'm having some teething issues with finding a replacement performer for the English market.
Because you
Spanish
can't.
market, locked. Korean market,
Who have you got?
smashing.
Who have you got?
Jae Sung Woo.
Okay. Who's Spanish?
Antonio Banderas.
Shit. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That's the only Spanish person you know.
No, there's the who's the machete guy with the cheese grater face? Danny Trejo.
Word is that you can't replace perfection for the English market because the initial delivery was how it was meant to be told. It was how it was written. It was in my voice.
Look.
So are you gonna ask me to come back?
No, I'm not going to ask you to come back.
Good, because I'm still retired.
Yeah, I don't. And you know what? Until the perfect replacement is found, I, as the owner of the Fog Bit, I'm not going to allow you to perform it either. So we're at a standstill here.
That's
and
great. No,
until
it's a
you come back
win-win.
to me, I'm not going to let you do the Fog Bit.
There won't be any coming back to me.
Well,
You can deal with my complaints during the comedy festival. I won't be hearing any.
well, that's right. Send all your complaints
I
to
do.
lukeandlewis5@gmail.com, and I'll
We-
read them all.
No, we all know that you're not even probably logged into that account anymore.
That's true. I need the password. I've forgotten it.
So do not email Lewis's
Kitchell?
business one.
No,
Like the contact, what is it?
No, I don't have one.
Contact at Loose Spin.
Yeah.
Lewis
Email like
Spears.
his admin
No.
like merch one, so his
No.
employees read it and go, Lewis, you need to like.
No, I've just hired
You're
Zach.
getting
It'd be
a
a
lot of-
bad first impression.
You're getting a lot of complaints about the fog bit. Hey, not my fault.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's a business issue, right?
Yeah.
So forward it to all Lewis's business accounts. Find them on his website. Bombard him. All right, guys, that's the end of the show.
Next episode, next main channel video, we've got a great one. We went to a smash room, and it's really good. Stay tuned for that. The extended version will be on Patreon.
Video is already out on Patreon.
Oh, it's out now on Patreon? Okay, it's awesome. It's really, really great. And I won't say that because that spoils the video. So, yeah, go and watch that. I'll talk about that later.
And
what?
It's my birthday is coming up. Do you know when it is?
Yeah, coming up.
When? Because we talked about this probably 3 or 4 times in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
So when's that? Keelan knows where it is. Yep.
March.
Yeah, well, it's March now, so
March.
it's March.
March 24.
You think it's March 24?
It's March 25 is what I said.
Well, it's March 21
March
today, so
21.
when do you think my birthday is?
Well, it's got to be March.
He's right, it's March.
Yeah.
Great, we'll end it there.